Welcome to Highland News Now. I'm Autumn Canada.
And I'm Jenna Skrylubka. The Highland Community College forensics team traveled to Northern Illinois University this past weekend to compete in the Illinois Intercollegiate Forensics Association state tournament. HCC competed against all the community colleges and four-year universities within the state of Illinois and placed in the top 5, earning an impressive 5th place overall team trophy and 5 individual awards. Team captain and sophomore Alec Warren placed 5th in extemporaneous speaking and 3rd in impromptu speaking. Freshman Luthien Jonas placed 6th in dramatic interpretation, and sophomore Maggie Finazzo placed 2nd in dramatic interpretation and 3rd in poetry interpretation. The team will travel to Prairie State College in 2 weeks.
Last Wednesday morning, there was a Board of Trustees retreat meeting held in Building H. There will be a consolidated election and is April 2nd. There are 2 seats open and 3 people running for those 2 seats, Jim Endress, Jim Stotterman, and Sean Bolt.
The Jane Addams Festival of Plays started their shows in the Ferguson Fine Arts Theater last night, celebrating the life and accomplishments of Jane Addams. They will put on 2 more performances tonight and tomorrow at 7:30.
And now we go to Will Beesing with an update on sports for the week.
Thanks, guys. Today in sports, we start with news about both the Highland men's and women's basketball teams. Unfortunately, the men's season came to an end after losing the region championship to Triton with a final score of 78-71. The women won both of their games in the region tournament in Joliet this past weekend by first beating Kennedy King with a final score of 69-53 and then beating Sauk Valley by 10 with a score of 75-65. The women will play at home this Saturday in the district playoff against Miles Community College at 3, so be sure to come out and support your Lady Cougars. Sticking with Highland sports, the men's and women's bowling team had a good result at the NJCAA tournament in New York, with the men taking 3rd place and the women taking 4th place. Both teams will compete in the USBC Collegiate Sectionals this weekend. Now as we move over to the NFL, even though there have not been a lot of big moves as of right now, there's still been some that we can still keep an eye on. We start with some of the releases that have been going on lately, as the Ravens have released All-Pro safety Eric Weddle after 3 seasons with the team. The Rams cut ties with one of their starting linebackers in Mark Barron, and the Texans end up releasing their former first-round pick and cornerback Kevin Johnson. Also, there have been news as early as today there could be a deal done for Antonio Brown. The teams that are currently interested in Brown include the New York Jets, Washington Redskins, Tennessee Titans, Green Bay Packers, Denver Broncos, Oakland Raiders, and the Arizona Cardinals. Even though there have been plenty of rumors swirling around the league, free agency will not officially take place until March 14th. The NFL Combine is officially over, and there are plenty of talented players heading into this year's draft. The top players who could potentially be the number 1 overall pick include Oklahoma quarterback Kyler Murray, Ohio State defensive end Nick Bosa, and Alabama defensive tackle Quinnen Williams. In news in the MLB, even though we are a little late to the news, as we did not cover this last week, the Philadelphia Phillies have signed Bryce Harper. The deal includes where the Phillies would give Harper a total of $330 million over a 13-year period. Currently, there have not been many games played as of now, but we will keep you updated on anything else that goes on before the season begins. Over in the NBA, the biggest news is the Los Angeles Lakers' current struggles, with losses to the last-place Phoenix Suns and playoff contenders Los Angeles Clippers. With current injuries to the majority of the players on the Lakers, including Kyle Kuzma, Lonzo Ball, Lance Stevenson, and Tyson Chandler, it's pretty easy to say that the Lakers have not lived up to their expectations, and it will be tough to see them try and compete for a championship anytime soon. In the current standings in the NBA, it is a very close race for the number 1 seed in the Western Conference, currently between the Golden State Warriors and the Denver Nuggets, while in the Eastern Conference, it's a very close race for that top seed, currently between the Milwaukee Bucks and Toronto Raptors. There is still not as much going on in the NHL, but currently for the Blackhawks, there definitely is still not much hope for them to make the playoffs at only an 8% chance, which even has some reporters saying that they should start tanking, but for now, they're still dead last in the Central Division and only 3 games out of being last place in the Western Conference. I'm Will Beesing, and this has been another sports update. Now let's take a look at this week's upcoming menu.
Hi, I'm Shelley Perkins from the Highland Arts Cafe, and here is what's on the menu for the week of March 11th through March 14th. On Monday, March 11th, the special is a BLT and curly fries, and the soup of the day is Wisconsin cheese. For Tuesday, March 12th, you can get a breaded chicken sandwich and tater tots with cheesy ham and bacon soup. Wednesday, the 13th, the special is a breakfast platter. The soup is vegetable. And Thursday, March 14th, get some Nacho Supreme for $5 1/4 with the soup of the day chicken noodle. As always, grill items are available on request every day and breakfast is served all day. The Highland Arts Cafe is open from 9 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. Monday through Thursday on the first floor of Building H.
The Jane Addams Festival of Plays is taking place at Highland, featuring stories from her life and plays relating to her values.
It's kind of just about everything that Jane Addams fought for, so like equality, peace, and freedom. But there's 3 small plays that are about everything she fought for, but it's not necessarily about Jane Addams. It's just based around her ideas. And then there's Bread and Peace, which is about Jane Addams and all of her speeches and her personal thoughts on everything she went through. And it kind of progresses through like getting the Nobel Peace Prize and all of that stuff.
Carly Morton, who portrays the activist, is excited to be the first performer of the play that she is in.
My favorite part is that Jane Addams always fought for like new ideas, like peace, equality, and freedom and such. And it's really cool to take playwrights' new ideas and put them into perspective, because the one I'm doing, Bread and Peace, has never been done before, as far as I'm aware. So it's really cool to be the first person to put my vision out there. And that doesn't necessarily mean that everyone's going to do it exactly the same. But that's kind of what Jane Addams fought for, was new ideas and having new visions and stuff. So I like doing that.
She also had to interpret Addams's words for a modern audience.
Well, first I have to like observe time period, of course. And then with the text, you can hear the way she speaks is a lot different. I had to put it into perspective a lot. So a lot of the things that she was saying, I could say how Carly would say really easily. But trying to find what I would say within her words was more that what I've had to do. I've had to analyze a lot of what she said and figure out what exactly she meant by it. And honestly, reading it, I have a lot of the same beliefs, but she's not saying them the way I do. And I think that's kind of what puts people off about it, is that she speaks a different way than we speak now. But if you just listen, she's really saying everything that we've already said.
Carly hopes the audience gains an appreciation for the work of Jane Addams.
It's crazy because, she was from Cedarville and she did a lot of work in Chicago, and there's not much about her when she actually really did a lot. And, playing her and having to speak for 18 minutes when there's only 30-second clips of her speaking is really difficult. And I'm glad that although she hasn't gotten as much recognition as she deserves, that we can do this festival to recognize all of her efforts.
And now we move on to what's going on in your community. We start with Freeport School District losing their superintendent. Mike Schiffman, who's been with Freeport for 4 years, announced he is resigning from his position and accepting a new job as Pearl City School District's new superintendent. The change will be effective on July 1st. Good luck to you, Mr. Schiffman, at your new school and in your future endeavors.
Also in the Freeport area, police are continuing their search for suspects who have been using counterfeit money. 15 local businesses have reported that they have received counterfeit $100 bills. Detective Lieutenant Andrew Schroeder said that these bills are unique because they can pass a simple counterfeit pen test. Businesses are being told to hold the money up to the light to tell a fake bill, as real bills will show a holographic picture of Benjamin Franklin on the right side, and the counterfeit bills will show Alexander Hamilton. Police urge anyone that discovers counterfeits in their money to report them, as this could help the investigation. If anybody has information on this investigation, please contact the Freeport Police Department at 815-235-8226 or Crime Stoppers at 866-847-7669. Tips may be rewarded with up to $1,000.
If you're from the Freeport area and surrounding towns, you'll remember mosquitoes came in swarms last summer due to flooding and prolonged warm weather. Well, the mosquito abatement district leaders have proposed to increase funding from 0.05% to 0.075%, raising it from $128,000 to $191,000 to combat these insects. If approved, this will pay for 3 more area-wide sprays per year, as well as larvicide spray services, which will target mosquitoes that have not yet hatched. This is on the ballot for the April 2nd meeting. It is only the second time a request for increased funding has happened, and if approved, will remain in effect until 2022.
If you like dogs and you're between the ages of 8 and 18, then this new 4-H club is for you. The Ain't Misbehavin' Dog Club is now open for registration. Participants will learn how to groom, care for, train, and feed dogs, and be responsible dog owners. You do not need to be a member of 4-H in order to join the club. It is free for everyone. To register, call 815-858-2273 or go online at go.illinois.edu/JSW.
The Mount Carroll Rotary Club will be hosting a dinner and dance event, Denim and Diamonds, on March 30th from 5:30 to 10 p.m. Tickets are now on sale for $30. The dinner will be a buffet style featuring chicken and beef entrees. Afterward, gourmet desserts will be auctioned in the dessert dash where all profits will go into the Rotary Club funding. Live and silent auctioning will be conducted throughout the evening. There are items that have been donated by county-wide businesses and many individuals. For more information, please contact the Rotary Club at 815-244-6291.
Last week, we thought we were finally going to some spring weather, but winter is determined to stay. Freeport schools closed on Monday as a result of the negative temperatures that took over for the entire day. Let's go to Melanie and see if there's any chance of spring coming next week in the forecast.
This past week has had some chilly temperatures in the Stevenson County and surrounding counties. Looking forward to the weekend in Stevenson County, the temperature will rise. On Saturday, we can expect a rainy day with a high of 41 and a low of 33. On Sunday, it'll be a cloudy day with a high of 35 and a low of 24. Next week looks to have some warmer temperatures than earlier this week with a high of 37 on Monday and a low of 22 on Tuesday, a high of 41 and a low of 34. On Wednesday and Thursday, we are looking at to be cloudy with rain. Wednesday is expected to be the warmest with a high of 46 and a low of 41. In Ogle County, we see similar patterns with a warmer week ahead. On Saturday, there will be rain with a high temperature of 42 and a low of 32. Sunday will be cloudy with a high of 36 and a low of 24. Monday and Tuesday should be partly cloudy with some sun. Temperatures on Monday looking to have a high of 37 and a low of 23. On Tuesday, you can expect a high of 42 and a low of 34. Wednesday again is looking to be the warmest day with a high of 48 and a low of 42 with some showers expected. On Thursday, it is forecasted to be some slight rain. Friday, you can expect rain and a slight chance of snow. Residents of Carroll County can expect even warmer temperatures in the upcoming week. On Saturday, the high is projected to be 45 with a low of 35 degrees. On Sunday, there will be rain and the high will be 61 with a low of 40. Monday through Wednesday, you can expect sun with slight cloud coverage and temperatures getting up to the 50s. On Monday, the high is forecasted at 50 degrees with a low of 29. Similar temperatures are expected on Tuesday with a high of 45 and a low of 29. Wednesday, you can expect a high of 48 and a low of 38. Thursday and Friday are both looking to have some showers, but with temperatures of a high of 54 on Thursday and 56 on Friday. In Joe Daviess County, this weekend is looking to have freezing rain on Saturday with a high of 41 and a low of 32. Sunday is expected to have snow showers with a high for the day at 34 and a low at 22. Monday and Tuesday are expected to be cloudy with some sun. On Monday, the high is 35 with a low of 20, and Tuesday has a high of 40 with a low of 34. On Wednesday and Thursday, you can expect some showers. Wednesday is looking to be the warmest day with a high of 46 and a low of 39. Thanks for tuning in here to your weather. Make sure to check back next week to catch your weekly forecast. Now let's go to Jenna to see what's coming up on campus.
The Student Senate is bringing back the Students' Choice Awards this year. This is a way to show appreciation and honor faculty here at Highland. Students can nominate one teacher by filling out the application sent to your Highland email. The teacher with the most votes receives an award at the leadership breakfast at the end of the semester.
The HCC Pride Club is hosting a spring fling tonight from 7 to 10 p.m. in the cafeteria. Tickets can be purchased through the Pride Club, Student Senate, and at the door. Stop by for music, dancing, and food.
Wednesday, March 13th is Hot Diggity Dog Day. At 11 a.m. in Billingham, there will be free food and a raffle that anyone can enter, as long as you fill out a survey or just bring a friend.
You can explore the Museum of Science and Industry in Chicago on March 13th from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. The trip is free for all students. Now, for a new part of the show, we go to your Highland Nursing and Allied Health students to help tell us how we can stay safe and healthy. And then we go to our next Spotlight of the week.
Hi guys, do you enjoy adventures?
Do you participate in sports?
Are you physically active?
If so, you are at risk for fractures.
You can enjoy physical activities but should take precautions to prevent injury.
Prevention is key.
You should wear your seatbelt anytime you get into a vehicle.
If you are riding a bike, ATV, or motorcycle, a helmet can save your life.
If you are lifting anything heavy, use good body mechanics by lifting with your legs and not your back.
Practicing in regular exercise program and eating a balanced diet can increase your bone strength and prevent fracture.
You are young and in the prime of your life, so be safe.
And stay healthy.
I've been at Highland for 25 years. I just got my 25th award. I was in the library for 5 years and I've been in the bookstore for 20. When I was in the library, I was a student's best friend. I helped them find things. I helped them with research papers. I could help them with creating and formatting. And then I came to the bookstore and I was immediately the enemy. Because when you walk in my door, you have to pay money. So it was tough. That first year was hard. We're here 8 to 5. In the summer, we're here 7:30 to 5:30. And we stay open during spring break. We do go to break during the holiday when everyone goes for Christmas. But otherwise, the bookstore's open. We have art supplies. Anything that the teacher requires, we carry. So we have pottery toolkits. We have safety glasses. We have all of the nursing supplies from scissors and stethoscopes to scrubs. So if the teacher asks for it and you have to have it for class, we carry it here. We do refunds for the vending machines. Oftentimes people who in other buildings don't realize that we do that. So if you lose money in building N in the soda machine, you can come over here, we'll do a refund for you. So we sell bus passes, transit passes. We have Pretzel City, which is Stevenson County. We have Carroll County, and we have Joe Davies County. Pretzel City Transit is, for some people, the only way they have to get here. We cannot survive without student workers. We would never have enough help. They're an integral part of this business, and I think of the college too. Our student workers apply. I actually usually try to recruit because sometimes it's hard to get a student worker here because the pay isn't that high and McDonald's pays more. But we do work around their schedule. So when they come to us, they give us their schedule and they say, here are the hours I'm available, and we make that fit their availability. And there aren't many jobs that do that.
Starting off this week's national news with a sad update. Jeopardy's host Alex Trebek, age 78, announced to all his fans that he has stage 4 pancreatic cancer. He stated, with the help from his friends, family, and prayers from his fans, that he would keep fighting for his health.
Sadly, actor Luke Perry died earlier this week after suffering a stroke, best known for his roles on Beverly Hills 90210 and Riverdale. He passed away in Burbank, California on March 4th. Many tributes poured in for the actor. This week's episode of Riverdale was dedicated in his memory.
On Wednesday, February 27th, Michael Cohen gave his testimony to Congress. This testimony did not provide any proof that President Trump was involved with Russia, but the investigation is still on the table. Cohen also explained that he was Trump's fixer. He explained this role as a way of stopping negative articles from being released and paying people off. Cohen said he wanted to apologize for lying to the public. However, there was some reluctance from some of the members of Congress on the fact Cohen said he had wanted to be a part of the White House, but was not able to, and that this might be clouding his statement as a sense of quote-unquote revenge. We will continue to research this testimony as time goes on.
President Trump and North Korea's leader Kim Jong-un ended their summit on the discussion of negotiating North Korea's denuclearization without a deal. Making this deal will take time. Both sides have standards they want met, and at this time have not yet come to an agreement. Whether this meeting is described as a fail or a step forward can be seen either way.
Mother Nature does not seem to be on our side this year. The Alabama tornado has killed 23 people, 3 of those being children, and many more people are still missing. The tornado hit on Monday, March 4th, with winds reaching up to 170 miles per hour. This was the deadliest tornado in the last 6 years in the United States. It did over a mile of damage, wrecking everything in its path.
4 Canadian wolves were airdropped in Lake Superior's National Park in Michigan to deal with the moose population, and it is an effort to help rebuild the wolf population. Helicopter crews captured the 3 males and 1 female. They were examined by veterinarians before being transported to the park. With these wolves, the pack is now doubled to 8, having a total of 4 males and 4 females.
The Jonas Brothers are back and released their single Sucker on March 1st. Their new single is currently trending. The brothers did reveal to the public that they had to go to therapy for a year before they were able to reunite, but we are glad they're back.
Lastly, Captain Marvel is being released today. This is Marvel's first movie led by a female superhero. Make sure to stay in your seats until the end, as it's been said that the credit scene may be tied towards Avengers Endgame.
That's all for this week's show. I'm Jenna Skarlupka.
And I'm Autumn Canada. Tune in next week for our next episode of Highland News Now.